Welcome to Keela and Kayla TV. This is a video about my garage and how I organize all my tools. Okay, most of my tools are hung up on a pegboard system. These pegboards are really easy to put up. And these are 2x4 pegboards. I think they cost, I'm pretty sure it was under $10 for each board. And to put them up, all you need is a piece of 1x2 lumber. That's what I have here. And you just screw those into some studs, and then you just screw the pegboard onto the 1x2 boards. And you can buy these pegboard accessories at any hardware store. I just bought a pack, and it comes with a different variety of pegboard accessories. They have these little boxes, a bunch of hooks for screws, and for packages of nails and clamps and anything that you would want to hang up that's not too large to hang up. This is my wonderful Kreg jig. If you're a DIYer and you don't have one of these, you need to get one today. I love this thing. It's so versatile and it makes DIYing so easy. So this was the first table that I created, and as you can see, I used some Kreg jigs to create it. So all these little holes right here, they're pocket holes created by the Kreg jig, and it's an easy way to put together two boards. So this was the first dining table that I created. That's why it has these fancy legs on it. When we moved into this house, we wanted something bigger and something that had thicker wood. So inside I have our new dining table. So I didn't have a use for this. So since this was also bar height, I decided that I wanted to turn it into a fold-out table. So like I said, it's bar height, and it does have these really fancy legs on it. I didn't have a use for those legs either, so I just kept it with the table. As you can see, this table, the wood is thin, and I wanted a much thicker, rustic looking table for this house. So it's perfect, it's bar height, and it's pretty large, so it's a great addition to my workspace. So I put 5 hinges across the table so it can fold up, and we still park our cars in our garage. See, we have a lot of open space here. We use our garage for storage. I use it for my workspace, but we also park our cars in here. So I wanted something that can fold up. So this easily folds up, and I put hinges on 2 legs, hinge there and a hinge there. So when it folds up, these lay flat, and the other 2 legs I took apart and I just laid it here so that whenever it folds down, it sits on those 2 legs. So that's just a little bit extra added support. So it's a great workspace. So if you have an old table that you're not using, you can do this, or you can create your own. You can get a piece of plywood, add hinges, you can get some 2x4s. Instead of these legs, you get 2x4s, or you can get 4x4s. Okay, up here, these are my Christmas and Thanksgiving decorations. Now this storage system is all made with 2x4s. And as you can see, it's utilizing the space in your garage that you don't use. That's the garage system. When the garage goes up, you never use that space. So I thought that it would be a great idea to use that as storage. And as you can see, Like, I can still walk under here. There's plenty of space. Even my husband, who's 6'5", can walk under there. So when we pull up in our cars, we have space to open the door and get out. We're not, because I thought about using garage shelves, but then that just takes up too much space in my garage, and it would be really tight to park our cars under there. So I was able to fit several Christmas, this is all of my Christmas decorations right here. And we only use it once a year, so once a year I pull it all out. Then I put it all back and it's completely out of the way. So that's a great storage solution. It's made with all 2x4s. It costs under $20 to make. I use crack jig, crack screws to do this. So I just measured how long I wanted it to go across. And then every foot or so, I just crack jig. I just measured how wide I want it to be, and I crack jig those two pieces together. So it kind of looks like a ladder going across here. And then I created sort of a triangle, several triangles to support. About every 2 to 3 feet, I wanted to give it some support. And if you notice, these are all, that's all screwed into studs. Okay, so this is my tool area right here. And like I said before, I'm a thrift store shopper. So this little red tool set right here, this came from a thrift store. So I didn't want to buy anything super expensive. These little baskets here came from thrift store. This is where I put like random things like gloves, things like that in there. So this is where I keep my larger tools that I don't want to leave out and I can't put on the pegboard. This is my miters, not my miter, my router right here, and that is my circular saw. And I have a paint sprayer. Another thing that you can use if you didn't find anything like this or you didn't want to buy anything like this is a two drawer file cabinet. Those things are always at thrift stores and you can get them for $10 or less. Okay, so when I first started, the first tool that I had was these Black & Decker. Well, I only had one of these Black & Decker drills, and I had a circular saw and I had a jigsaw. And I bought my Kreg jig. So with a Kreg jig and drill, you can do a lot with that, and you need some type of saw, whether it's circular. I would start with a circular saw because you can do a lot with that. So, and then my collection just grew. For birthdays and Christmas, my husband gets me tools.